In 2016, Daryl brought his 30 years of experience and his staff in the Service Rights Department to Stringam, LLP.
I come from the Grand Prairie area. I grew up on a farm. I think I got involved in surface rights when a land agent approached my parents wanting to drill an oil well on the family farm.
Well, Daryl's been in it for a lot of years. I don't know how many, but we've been in it quite a while, and he's there long before that. And we've learned many stories about Grand Prairie. He was pretty familiar up there for a while, and then he moved down this way. And of course, he's been introduced to many people between Wandering River and Edmonton to the Fort Saskatchewan area. They all use Daryl, most of them.
Stringham's Surface Rights Department works for landowners, not companies, when it comes to dealing with oil and gas, power transmission, or property acquisition by various levels of government.
It just has seemed to me that you can't represent both sides, so we've always only represented landowners.
Towards the end of the 90s, I guess, we were introduced to another pipeline coming through, a big one, and many of the landowners wanted to be able to do something this time. We all felt that we needed more knowledge. Daryl would come down and sit at the annual meeting and advise us of our rights, and many of us didn't know our rights in those days.
Not only is the landowner getting some of his land or her land taken away by the company, but he should also not foot the bill to make sure that he's treated fairly. If we negotiate an agreement, we always ask that the company covers the legal bill, which most cases the oil company will end up paying the legal fees for the landowner.
Landowners are often initially met by a company representative who might actually have an agreement there to sign at the initial meeting. Landowners often feel pressured, and because they're uncertain of what rights they have, they don't know what to do.
You get yourself some legal advice, and that's the first thing. And I know Daryl we've made agreements that companies have signed for us rather than the other way around. It's kind of nice to do that once in a while.
What we're negotiating on behalf of the landowner, and it's with the landowner, so our negotiations are not just on our own, independent of the landowner. First of all, not just about the money, because money isn't everything. We're negotiating on how this project that's proposed will affect the land.
The farmers have this soil, and it's our resource. And if you spoil it, we lose that resource. It doesn't come back. You're not making soil every day.
When they produce natural gas, there's also some water that comes with the natural gas. And that's why there's a tanks at these sites. Because this was a non-disturbance, we negotiated for them to have a remote place for a truck to hook up and take water without having to drive in there.
I believe it's Daryl's farm background that explains why he's so passionate and committed in protecting both the land and a landowner's rights.
I think the team supports Daryl, and Daryl supports us.
Even if you think that you have a good handle on the process and what you think you're entitled to, it will take time away from your other tasks. What we hope for landowners as part of their experience is that they will be able to do their work. They'll be able to get up in the morning and not have to worry about surface rights, and make sure that you can focus on your work and we'll focus on ours.